What you're about to see is a video on women's part in the lab in the time of Marie Curie, and how the role has changed. Enjoy. Back in the time of Marie Curie, the thought of having women in the lab and being significant scientists was just thought of as ridiculous. It was a joke. They thought they were just not suited for the job. To elaborate, we flew back in time and interviewed the Fizzle, a German chemist back in the day.
So how do you feel about women in the workplace?
Women in the workplace, the women see, they're not so educated. They don't go to school. They don't know nothing about they only know the babies, the cleaning, and the cooking, and the church. And if they come into the lab, maybe they bring me a sandwich, but they are not smart enough to actually do an experiment and understand the science. And it's not their fault. It's that their brains are not as developed as the man, which is why the men make all of the important contributions in the world. So we keep them out of the lab and we keep them in the home, and we men, we do the important science and the development and all the important things for society that bring us forward, yeah?
Oh, yes, yeah, I see.
Okay, yeah.
In fact, this was so true that in the text, it even says,
"Science is useless to women."
Marie was an extremely determined and studious girl. She attended one of the most prestigious schools, which her mother was the principal of. Pushed by her mother and aided by her incredible intelligence, she did very well. However, her, less brilliant male classmates, you could say, still received more opportunities.
Class dismissed.
Why didn't Marie get into college, but John did? She got a better grade than him.
Well, Polish universities aren't open to women, no matter how many gold medals they get.
Now that we've seen how it was in the past, let's jump on forward back to present day in 2013 to see how it is. Ooh, time traveling gets me tired. Now, for comparison, we went and interviewed the Fizzle III, the grandson of the original Fizzle. Let's see what he has to say now.
So now, how do you feel about women in the workplace?
Well, I mean, I think in society, in general, a balance between a man's view and a man's perspective and a woman's perspective and a women's process is really what has made a lot of progress over the last 20 or 30 years in the workplace. Men tend to be really goal-oriented. They want to get to the answer. They want to get to the answer and be done. And my experience is that women are a little bit more process-oriented, and they're more interested in, kind of moving the process forward. If they don't reach the goal right away, that's okay. And so you have this balance between men and women who are different, we have to admit that, that really contribute to science and engineering and developing products as a whole. Women have made tremendous contributions in science, in engineering. My own daughter's in engineering, and she spends all her time in the lab. So I think, it's no longer a question in 2013, women yes or no in the workplace, because it's here. We can basically throw that question out. It's just how do we make sure that women get the same pay? That's really the challenge now, is that companies and labs don't always pay women the same for some reason. But there's total equality, and everybody makes contributions independent of their chromosomal configuration.
I agree. Thank you very much, Mrs. Fizzle.
You're welcome.
Clearly that family's view has changed. To give more examples, in the book it says, in the United States in 1921, only 41 women were working on doctorates in science. By 1932, that number had skyrocketed to 138. Here's a couple examples of how Marie would be treated in the classroom today. She was proof that women, even women with families, could be groundbreaking scientists. So that brings us to the end of our journey. Thanks for watching, even though you kind of have to, because you're in class. Bye.